We traveled a little bit.
Yes.
It turned out to be more than a little bit.
Yes, this was a very long road.
Right. it was a long road. Not the road to the garden.
No, not at all.
I think there's a road to a creek out there, because it's Waterbury. And we're in some sort of PAL type premise.
Yes, and this is the Ring Ready tournament out here in Waterbury, Connecticut.
Ring ready.
Ring Ready tournament.
Ready for the ring.
Ready for the ring.
Okay.
And we want to welcome you to join us here live. Please share the link. Give us a thumbs up or give us a like.
Yeah, let us know if you can hear us.
Yes,
if we're
can
too
you guys
loud.
hear us?
We'll do a sound check out there. Absolutely.
Let us know if you can hear us. Let's see.
And the ring announcer's about
look
to go
look who's on, Dave.
Who's
we
on?
want to welcome Donna Reed. This is Orville Popcorn Mom. This is
Orville Popcorn.
Yes.
He won the ringmaster.
And he says he's going to the Nationals in Nebraska. So congratulations to Orville.
Congrats.
One of our
He's going
favorites.
to the Nationals?
Yes, he's going to the Nationals according to his mom,
Really?
Donna Reed. Yes.
I'm a little surprised. I thought the open class won. Didn't Orville win the novice class?
I think no, he was open. He was open. If you can tell us, Ms. Reed.
No, he wasn't open. I'm telling you. He looked open. He looked open. He looked like an open fighter, but I don't believe he was an open fighter.
Well, we're here today in the, Boy Blue Boxing?
Yep, in Shoestain, Connecticut.
Yes, in Waterbury.
Waterbury.
All right, so we're going to take it up to the ring.
Right.
Can you guys hear us, by the way?
Yeah, give us a thumbs up if you hear us.
An evening of amateur boxing for your entertainment. Tonight's bouts are sanctioned by USA Boxing and President Lou Panticleone. Our chief of officials tonight is Jason Concepcion. Our ringside physician is Dr. Brown. Our officials are Sax Medina, Wayne Desrosiers, Sandro Montalvo, Roma Smith, Kevin Smith, Heather Concepcion, Phyllis Roy. My name is John Brody Felber, and I will be your host tonight. Everybody ready for some boxing? And now I'd like to welcome to the ring Sky Blue to sing the national anthem.
What happened?
All right, so that was a modified national anthem, but rendition of the national anthem, but that's okay.
It's all right. I like you to sing that twice if I had a choice. You know, certain that line.
Now, one thing that we don't have fight cards right now in front of us. We're still getting a little trying to get the fight cards for you, and then we will be talking about who is fighting this evening.
So we're going to be using this guy and that guy, George.
Yeah, blue corner, red corner, like
blue
the
corner, red corner.
old, old stuff, the old way.
Let's hear it for our fighters.
All right. So.
Oh, this is interesting. All right. We got some munchkins going on over here with some music.
All right. This is interesting.
Yes.
In the red corner, we have Justice Graham.
Justice Graham.
And in the blue corner, we have Joshua Boulanger.
And Joshua Boulanger.
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 I believe that's French. Boulanger. Boulanger.
Touche.
Touche.
All right, and these are.
So Graham is in the red, and Boulanger is in the blue. And they both might be 65-pounders, but I tell you, Graham looks like he's taller. And then you're going to have a height disparity conundrum going on over here. Well,
all right, these are kids. Again,
you
this
think,
is why
George?
this is why we do what we do.
Right. And I tell you what, Boulanger is trying to come in, and Graham in the red seems to know boxing. These kids look like they know how to box. George?
Boulanger.
These young gentlemen are movers.
And these are Pee-wee. They're 65 pounds, Dave.
Pee-wee?
Yep, Pee-wee. That's what they call him out here. It's Joshua Boulanger versus Justin Graham.
All right. And they're letting him go. The crowd is excited. They're letting their hands go.
And Joshua's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing as a little guy, trying to get in there on the taller guy.
Right.
Connects with a nice combination.
Yeah, he's letting his hands go. But I'll tell you what, Justice Graham doesn't look phased at all. He just keeps his, he slipped a punch by a couple of inches. Let me tell you, somebody who slips a punch by a couple of inches knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like they were perturbed. They lost their nerve or anything like that. They didn't react. They reacted calmly to punches coming at them. And I'm talking about Justice Graham. And he was very calm. And Joshua, what do we call him again? Boulanger. Well, he was coming in. Like he's supposed to. He's letting his hands go, making up the distance, making up for the height, and he let his hands go. And Graham was unfazed by it, just moving to the side, moving his head just a little bit out of the way. You know, not really worried about it. They showed me something.
And welcome, Miss Reed again. She says blue is nice. She likes blue. Patrick Shaw, welcome for watching here on Pug Life Chronicles.
Okay.
Again, this is Pee-wee, 65 pounds.
Pee-wees.
And these are 1-minute rounds, by the way.
And this is the future in front of you.
Yeah, that's right. Out here in Waterbury, Connecticut.
So Graham now is throwing some more punches. He got in his range. He let his jabs go, and he's snapping that jab. And Boulanger, whoa. Boulanger just walked through some jabs to land their overhand right. Now, unfortunately, he took 2 or 3 punches to get in and land that one punch. So, wow, Graham looks good.
And Graham with that sweeping overhead, with that sweeping right,
Yeah.
connected earlier. And Blanchet on the corner, fighting right off the corner too.
Right.
Even though Graham has him pinned on the corner, but Blanchet's fighting right with him.
These guys are letting the punches go.
And this is encouraging to watch, Dave.
Wow. And I'll tell you what, George, I feel that with these programs and with the PAL, the future of boxing is in good hands.
That's correct.
It's in good hands.
Absolutely.
These kids know how to box.
That's correct.
These peewees know how to box. They're not just flailing away, or they're not running with covering their heads. They are out there and they are boxing. I have no idea what age this is.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Kareem Blue, which is the program director, is doing an excellent job with these young men out here. These, getting them to starting them off with boxing.
And I believe that's Kareem Blue. He's bouncing around with Blanchet over there.
Yes, he's in the corner right now with Blanchet.
And he's doing some sort of dance. I believe they want a little rhythmic beat in their slipping and working in. And boxing has a lot of that. It does definitely have a bounce to it. And that Graham is impressive on how he uses his punches. And Blanchet threw a hard left hook that snapped Graham's head back.
Look at him.
Right.
Getting lower.
Right.
Blanchet gets caught with a right hand. Sets him back, but he's coming forward again.
And Graham is doing something that I really like to see tall fighters do, George. I like to see tall fighters move back, get their comfortable distance and punch.
Just like he did right there.
Well, he moved back, but he didn't punch. But I look for tall fighters to see if they know how to do the distance. And for me, it means that they don't have to punch going forward, that they can move back, that they can stop their momentum anytime they want and let their hands go. With some body behind it. And Blanchet is throwing some really hard shots. I'll tell you what, he's shorter, but he really knows how to put his body weight in his punches.
Excellent job for these 2 young boys that come in here and do what they do.
Yeah.
And that was the end of round number 3. That was the final round.
And that was an exciting round.
It sure was. I'm really encouraged watching these young kids come out here and do what they do.
Right.
And folks, I'll let you guys know that there are going to be 70-pound, 55 pounds again, 98, 110, 122, 155, 152, and 155. So we have some other boxers coming in.
And these are in the various youth divisions, but we do have, it looks like the 8th and 9th fight of the evening. It looks like we're going to have a novice and open, so that's going to be the senior division.
Right.
The people that you're used to seeing. They're still young, but they're they can fight anybody up to like around 40 years old.
Right.
So, so that's good. Everybody else looks okay. I see some novices.
Novice.
Well, so
intermediate.
So it looks like the first three are Pee-wee, and the 4th is intermediate. So we got the young guys going first.
And tonight is 9 bouts scheduled for this evening.
9.
Take it up to the round.
New
to the ring announcer.
Wow. And unlike other sports where they actually score points, and you have to put them up on the scoreboard, boxing is the only sport where you don't know who won until the end.
Wow.
Wow.
And Justin Graham.
He got himself a belt. He's happy.
He is jumping for joy. He was jumping for joy.
He got himself some justice right there. There he goes. He finally goes over to congratulate the other fighter. I was looking for that. I was looking for the sportsmanship. And again, checked out by the doctors. So I believe those were 1-minute rounds, right, Julian?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
1-minute rounds.
Right. And it's funny, but that is part of the strategy in the Pee Wee leagues. If you take a look, and if you're And we lost our director. She hit the ground. She hit the ground.
And a punch was not thrown. Punch was not thrown.
I believe somebody's giving a George, administer an 8 count. Administer an 8 count forthwith right now.
And that's
Right
Denise, our director, Denise
Our
Romeo.
director went
We
down.
love Denise.
Right.
And congratulations
The floor
to
loves
Justice.
her a little
That's
bit more, though. She graced the floor.
Are you okay? She says she's fine.
Yeah.
She's okay.
So that's good. That's good. All right. So George, well, as I was saying before Denise rudely interrupted me, is that the coaches have to have strategy on this. And it's funny, you could be a coach and you'll train a professional different than you will an amateur.
Absolutely.
Because a professional has to go, multiple rounds, and they have to survive and they have to conserve energy.
Sure.
And then so you train the amateurs differently, and then you train the novice differently. The Pee-wees only have 1 minute rounds.
1 minute.
So you got to train them for sprints.
And you know what's funny? A lot of grown adults can't hang for 1 minute.
They can't. And if you want to see that, we don't need you in the ring. Go hit a heavy bag as fast and hard as you
For
can
1 minute.
For 1 minute. Most of you can't do it. So who do we got? Malik. I heard Malik Hunter in the red corner. Cameron Johnson. All right, so we got the height disparity going on there,
And you're going to see that in the younger fighters, a lot of the height disparity.
They grow at different times, right? They grow.
Yeah.
They have their growth spurts, and it might change from month to month.
Oh
right?
yeah,
The height
with
disparity.
these little guys, yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Right.
And folks, please share this link so that other people can see these amateurs. This is the young people
We're
and
in
the boxers of the
Waterbury.
future.
Waterbury, CT, Connecticut. Okay, so we got Hunter in the red, Johnson in the black.
Right, and we mean the red gloves.
Gloves, yeah, because
and the blue gloves.
We're going by gloves.
Yeah, let's go by
folks.
gloves.
All right, the shorter fighter is Johnson, and he apparently has some pretty good foot movement, and he's showing it. He's hopping all over the place. Yeah.
Excellent. Well,
Right.
nice combination by Malik.
Right.
Malik Hunter.
And Cameron Johnson knows how to use his height. He's playing boxing the way it should be played, like a game of tag. Hit and don't get hit. And he's using his long arms and his reach to bounce in and out. And you know what's nice about these young guys, George, is that
What's that?
you could see like the elements of boxing broken down a little bit quicker. And in these box.
All right, so that's the end of the round.
Right. So what I was saying, George, is that in these with the younger guys, you kind of see what they're trying to do and what they're trying to accomplish. Whereas you take a look at somebody like, some of these champions, Errol Spence, Vasily Lomachenko, and some Andre Ward, they're so sophisticated that you don't know what's happening. So you don't, for boxing fans, it's very good to see these little guys go, because you'll see what they're trying to do, and you'll see what their coaches have taught them as they try to perform these actions in the ring. And it's fascinating to see. Like a lot of them have to do with the bouncing, and you say, "Oh, what's the bouncing?" Well, the bouncing is footwork. The bouncing is getting in and out of distance, and then you'll see how they get in and out of distance and what they're trying to do.
Okay.
Obviously, with Hunter wants to get in distance, and then he wants to get his flurries out. If you take a look at Hunter is bouncing in and out. He's trying to make one or two moves, close the distance, and then let his hands fly.
And Hunter is the short of the two.
Right, Hunter's the
he's
short
with
of
the
the two,
red
right.
with the red gloves.
Red
And you have Cameron Johnson with the blue. Johnson
Right.
with pretty good footwork jumping in and out.
Right, and his footwork right now, it's not as smooth as an adult would be, but you could see the elements of how they're developing it. What they have Johnson doing, they're having Johnson move to his right. They when coaches have Johnson move, their fighters move to the right, they're looking to move away from the power hand.
That's correct.
Of the other fighter, and there's Malik Hunter with his power hand right, and Johnson did move to his left to get out of it.
And missed, he missed with that one.
And then at the end of the round, Johnson started giving some misdirection, and he started going both directions. So that's you could see the thinking of the coach as it's relayed. You could see the thinking of the coach as it's relayed to the young fighters, and basically it's being presented to you. This is how I coach my kids. Watch my kids. They're jumping around to find their distance and to use it for both offense and defense, right? Then you have, in case of Cameron Johnson, the tall guy, he was moving to his right. Why? He's moving away from the power hand of his opponent. And it showed it to you. Maybe they had a scouting report on. Maybe they sparred before. I don't know. But Malik did try to bury Johnson with that right hand.
Right.
And these are the things. And then at the end of the round, you saw Johnson moving side to side. And that was one of something that his coach would also tell him, hey, listen, you can't just keep moving in one direction. So it's fascinating to see boxing broken down like this.
Okay, and then Ratu Bourne wants to know. He says, is this a tournament or a show? Where's the fight at? Well, this is a show, and this is in Waterbury, Connecticut. And let's take it back up to the ring for the action.
And Malik Hunter is letting his hands go.
Yeah, he just caught.
Right.
He just caught Johnson with a nice right.
Right. And then,
and that's ruled a knockdown.
I thought it was more of a push.
It was a push, and it looked like he might have tripped as well. But the ref is giving him an standing 8 count.
A push, punch, and a trip, George.
All together.
I said they'll give it an 8 count just to make sure. Now Malik knows how. Now let's take a look at a shorter fighter. What he's trying to do is he's trying to get into punching range and let his hands go. That's what he wants to do. But he doesn't quite have the head movement yet. He's still a young fighter, and he doesn't quite understand head movement because he's coming in straight, and he walks straight into some of Cameron's punches. So this is I believe the adults learn quicker, and when I say adults, I'm including, of course, teenagers into it. But with these young peewees, you could see the thinking of their coaches, and it's being displayed for you. It's being relayed. It's being shown.
Right.
On it.
And folks, just remember, this is our second bout of the evening. We have 9 scheduled bouts.
Right. Numero dos.
Numero dos.
Dos. Two
Like
for you.
1, 2. That's simple. So thank you for joining us here on Pug Life Chronicles. And we're transmitting out of Waterbury, Connecticut. Waterbury. This is far from New York. Very, very far.
There's at least 2 or 3 creeks between us and New York City. All right, let's hear the announcement.
And that's Jono Brody Felberg.
Boxing out of the blue corner, Cameron Johnson.
And Johnson takes the W. Hunter did a great job. Congratulations to Cameron Johnson on his win.
And we're gonna put this out to
look what Johnson's doing right now.
Look at that.
What sportsmanship? He's holding up the ropes from Malik.
Fantastic. That is fantastic. That's sportsmanship right there. That's sportsmanship.
Big time sportsmanship.
That's fantastic. Listen, if you could punch each other in the face and shake hands, that says something about you. That definitely helps your personality, and basically, you want to get over these bumps, losing, the bumps of getting hit, the bumps of competing against somebody. That's what you want to do.
And I want to give a quick shout out to Sly. Yeah, look, Tugaga. Sly Tugaga. He's on. What's up, buddy?
Sly.
Thank you for joining us as always.
My man.
He says the kids have some styles.
Yeah.
And he's asking us how we doing. We're doing good. How you doing?
Yeah.
I'm
going to put this out to Hunter. Malik, you did a good job. You were trying to get in. You were trying to move your hands. But as you come in, you can't keep going in the straight line all the time. You have to move that head. You got to move that head. All right? You keep coming in the same straight line, the tall person is going to throw punches at that straight line. You have to move your head so you slip some punches, get into range, getting closer than his long arms are, and let your shorter arms go. All
There
right?
you go.
Use your short height to your advantage.
A little gold nugget, a little gold jewel from Mr. Dave Seed on here in
Yes.
Pug Life Chronicles.
Right.
By the way, thank you for joining the Pug House.
Yes.
We are here at the Pug House.
Yes. Come on in, grab a seat,
Yeah,
get yourself a beverage,
absolutely.
right? And
Join us. Let's talk some boxing.
Check it out. We're always interested into hearing what you have to say.
Absolutely.
You might have something to say that's interesting. And if it's not interesting, we'll try to make it interesting for you. Okay? All right?
I love it. I love it. All right. So,
All right.
again, now this is going to be the third Pee Wee, and this is the last Pee Wee of the evening.
Right.
The last Pee Wee bout of the evening.
And that's Pee-wee. That's not P-U or P-I. It's Pee-wee because we are in this together.
That's right.
That's right. And we won't talk about the P part. 55.
Boxing out of the red corner, we have Daniel Hernandez representing Elephant in the Room.
All right. Daniel.
Boxing out of the blue corner, representing Blue Boy Boxing, we have Kingston McGrath.
Kingston McGrath. Kingston.
Good name.
I heard there's a place in Jamaica named after
Kingston,
this kid.
that's right. And in upstate New York.
Upstate New York. Kingston. Or
Kingston.
is that Kingstown? Or is it
No,
Kingston?
I think it's Kingston.
All right. It probably started off at Kingstown, and they lost the W.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
They lost.
All right.
Yeah, they lost a W. Oh, and right away,
Wow.
Daniel scores a knockdown on Kingston McGrath. He gets a
Right.
standing 8 count.
Right. And Daniel Hernandez is from the red corner. Daniel Hernandez has red gloves on.
And look at him.
He's in his blue outfit. And McGrath is very new to the game of boxing, as you see, because he's just rushing in there and throwing punches. And he's not, with total disregard for what he's swinging at and his own
Throwing haymakers, but he's
defense.
trying,
Yeah.
man. He's trying. I got to give it to him. A lot
He's-
of heart
Yeah. And a huge right hand.
by Daniel. Yeah, Daniel Hernandez.
Daniel Hernandez is very comfortable in seeing these punches coming.
Daniel Hernandez fighting from the outside
Right.
and moving around really well. His,
Keeping both hands down and seeing it.
he looks very confident there.
Confident is not the word. You know what it is? These at this young
What it
age.
is. What it is. What it
What,
is.
I'm going to tell you what it is.
What it is.
This is what it is. At this young age, these guys, these kids cannot hit as hard. They don't know how to generate all that power and everything.
Yep.
So what happens is when you learn, just like in football, they're not going to tackle and kill you.
Sure.
You know, so the kids learn the functions without that much fear.
Right.
Right? So that's what happens. So they're learning the movement. Now, if you're a kid, you have your hands down, you see the punches, you're not really worried about them because they're not killer punches anyway. And you start moving, and that's how you become later on. That's where you get your Mayweathers and your Alis and all
this
these
is the way
things.
Mayweather started. He
Yeah.
started as a very young kid as well.
Right.
And this is the third bout of the evening. We have 9 scheduled bouts.
So Hernandez is very, very comfortable in his defense and seeing the punches coming. And McGrath.
And Kingston, McGrath is, I can see him. He's tough.
Yeah.
He's just losing his balance there, but
Right.
tough
'Cause
kid.
He's running in. He might have played some Pee Wee football. 'cause-
Nice, he connected with a nice overhand right
Right.
on Daniel Hernandez, and Daniel Hernandez playing stalker, just
Right.
coming in.
Right.
That was a push.
Referee said slip, but I think it was a push. People don't just slip when they're thrown to the ground. They actually get thrown to the ground.
And these are 1-minute rounds,
Right.
so you heard the 10-second.
Right. And McGrath seems to have gotten more composure. He's waiting on Hernandez to come in, and then he's throwing a punch. He's trying to meet him on the way in. So the thinking is going on. The minds are being used, you know?
Right.
And you know, for just with some parents out there or some older people out there, do not think that boxing does not improve your mental faculties. It does.
That's correct.
You have to think under pressure. You know, how do you perform under pressure? And some of you guys out there, sorry, but how do you perform under pressure when, you know, when somebody's coming at you, trying to punch you, trying to behead you? How do you perform when you're nervous? How do you perform in front of a crowd?
Right.
Like when we were kids, were you able to read in front of the crowd, read the story when the teacher brought you up there?
No, some kids got very nervous at doing that. It's public speaking.
Exactly, public speaking. And these kids are out there in front of public doing their best, boxing in a boxing match. It's fantastic for them. It's definitely a good mental. It's definitely a good
Right.
mental.
Round number 3.
Mental
That's
exercise.
Daniel Hernandez with the red gloves and Kingston McGrath with the blue.
Right.
And Daniel Hernandez with a big right
Right.
takes McGrath all the way to the ropes. And now
Right.
again wailing away, but
Right.
being warned for pushing.
Pushing that. Hernandez had some MMA moves. He tried to pin McGrath to the ropes and try to feed him some right hands.
And I'll tell you, McGrath is a tough competitor because
Yeah.
he keeps coming forward, throwing haymakers, and he's trying. He's definitely trying.
Right, but look at him. You could see the thought in his actions. He's trying to pull in and pull back, and then he just caught Hernandez with the right hand. I'm gonna say something obvious. I think Hernandez is the better fighter. Hernandez is moving around, and the reason we're saying about McGrath is because McGrath is the underdog trying to keep up, but McGrath is doing a good job of changing.
Right, and
changing his strategy.
Yeah,
It's
and-
fantastic.
And thank you for joining us here at Pug Life Chronicles. That was the third and final bout
For the Pee-wees.
for the Pee-wee
Pee-wee.
division. We still have an intermediate, we have novice, and we have open still coming up. That's number 3. We still
That
have
was my Pee-wee choice. That was a P and a
P.
W.
yeah,
that was-
pretty good. That in other places that might be a gang sign though. You got to be careful with that, Dave.
Sorry.
What's that? And his back was on the camera.
Back was on.
So yeah, be careful what signs you're throwing up there.
Okay, sorry. Pee-wee sign.
Pee-wee sign.
Pee-wee in the house.
All right, so let's take it up to Jono Brodo Felber with the official announcement.
Boxing out of the red corner,
Daniel Hernandez won, and he definitely looks like the better. Oh, that's good.
And look at
Daniel
this.
Hernandez is
Look
putting
at this.
and they're doing a pug hug.
And here's the thing. McGrath looks a little upset. He looks like he's going to start crying. But, you know, I know this is going to make him better. It's going
As
to
a
make him
person,
a
right.
better
Yeah.
competitor.
Right. And you know what we don't have in boxing, George, which
What?
I really don't.
What's
which
that?
We don't have ninth place trophies.
No, we don't.
We don't. You got a winner and a loser, okay? You did your best, but you lost, and you will grow from it,
Yes.
okay? That's fantastic.
Yes, absolutely. Not
fantastic.
every loss is a total loss.
Right.
Every loss you
Right.
grow from
Right.
that, and you can become a better whatever it is. It doesn't even matter
Yeah.
the sport.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Right. But you will you will take a definite W or a definite L in boxing, all right?
That's right.
That draw stuff, that's for the pros. Okay? That's for the pros. You know why? Because they got to make money. All right?
That's
I'm
right.
gonna say it right now.
All right, so
Triple G beat Canelo.
quick commercial break, Dave. We got to
Ticket.com. It's the easiest way to create, sell, and buy tickets.
All right, and that's a quick commercial break from our sponsor, one of our sponsors, BlueLineTicket.com.
Right.
And
Go to BlueLineTicket.com.
Yeah, check it out.
Check that site out.
check it out.
Right. Especially if you have any sort of promotional
Event or
leans towards you.
Oh, yeah. True.
Proclivities.
All right, so this is the fourth bout of the evening. These 98 pounds. It's intermediate, and
Right.
these are 1.5 minute rounds.
Minute
so we
and a
got
half.
that's really odd, but okay, 1.5 minutes.
Yeah, that's because they're intermediates and they're still young.
Okay, and you got Alan Delgado in the blue corner. He's tall. Wow, he's tall.
Okay.
And then you got
he's
Wesley
black
Collins Jr. in the red corner.
Right, and Wesley Collins has the
Camouflage blue, right?
Camouflage blue. I like that.
Yeah,
I like
that's
that.
pretty cool.
And that's in the blue corner. And Wesley Collins is wearing the black trunks. And we're going by the gloves. We don't know these young men.
Well, Alan Delgado, yeah, it's in the blue corner.
No. See? Oh, my goodness. Yes, you're right. Blue corner. Okay, blue gloves. He's got a black and blue ensemble.
And you know, a lot of guys get black and blues ensemble after the fight.
Yeah, that's true. that is true. Sometimes it takes a little while to develop, those black and blues. Sometimes they come up as like purple marks and then, turn,
different shades.
welters. Yeah.
Different shades of blue.
Pleasure, my man, pleasure. And there's something going on. What is going on?
I'm not sure. Does it have?
I think we're having a
Equipment
malfunction. I don't know if they could clearly see the belt line with that camouflage ensemble. Maybe the referee's having a problem with it. Or maybe they have the wrong opponent in the ring, George. What if they have the wrong opponent? What if we've been calling the wrong name?
Yeah, I don't know, but
That'd
it
be
looks
like a Twilight Zone type.
I think
episode.
they're looking, because this looks, the height disparity, it looks like the Alan Delgado might be a little older than Wesley Collins Jr. I'm not sure if this is intermediate. This is 1.5 minutes, 98 pounds. They may be questioning if this is even if this is okay to put these young.
All speculation on your part, George.
Yeah, this is all speculation, by the way. That's all.
Yeah,
but that's what I think, because it looks that way.
I think they're gonna go for 1-minute rounds.
Yeah, I think they're changing that as well.
All right. Well, let's hear what the ring announcer has to say.
Yes.
Always controversy, George. Always.
Always boxing.
And
Fourth bout this evening in the intermediate division, weighing at 98 pounds. In the red corner, representing Whaling City, is Wesley Collins Jr. And in the blue corner, representing Blue Boy Boxing, Alan Delgado.
all right, George. So all that speculation you did was for not. I mean.
Yeah, well, that's the way it looked.
You just. It was just complete speculation.
I was off. Totally off. Okay.
There's nothing based off that.
It's all weight.
Nothing.
Weight.
You said one guy's taller, one guy's older.
Hey, sometimes you don't know. You got a 15-year-old fighting a 10-year-old? Yeah, that would be a problem. All right, so, but nonetheless, here we are at 98 pounds. That's what I'm not saying that's what it is, Dave. I'm just saying.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Here we
98.
go.
a minute and a half. You got Alan Delgado again with the blue gloves.
And Collins Jr.
Wesley
Right.
Collins Jr. with the red.
And Wesley Collins Jr. does not know how to throw a left hand, it seems to me. He just loves throwing right hands. Delgado is much more experienced and really knows how to move, George. It's actually a little frightening.
Yeah, and Delgado just
Right. Just opening up with both hands.
I think they're gonna stop it.
Yeah. That was a complete mismatch. Yeah, that was all right. Now we can speculate, George. I think there was an experience disparity there.
Right, and that's basically what I was talking about earlier, because that's what it seemed like to me from the beginning. It seemed like the coaches were a little bit concerned about. Delgado looked a little older, looked a little bit more experienced. Just looking at him.
All right, we got to get off the age thing, because they cannot make the match without them being the same age.
Right.
But the experience was evidence that that they were completely two different leagues of experience.
And then Delgado goes over to the corner, to Wesley's corner.
Right. So Delgado, maybe Wesley. Now let's speculate this. Maybe Wesley was a fill-in. Maybe he was fill-in because they probably had somebody who had experience for Delgado, and they said, let's give this kid a shot.
And the whole thing about this, Dave, is for these kids not to get hurt and to continue in boxing.
Right.
We don't want them to get hurt. That's the main thing. And it was a good call on the part of Wesley's corner to stop it.
Yes. And you could see right away when Wesley came out, Wesley was just throwing right hands only, and he didn't throw a single left hand, maybe. You know, like he threw maybe two, and Delgado just backed up calmly and just then opened up on that. So yeah, that was a mismatch in. I'm talking about a short intermission. How short?
Ticket.com. It's the easiest way to create, sell, and buy tickets.
All right, so yeah, they're taking a quick break.
I don't even like that thing. I don't even like that thing. That goes like. Okay, so we got one more, an intermediate bout where it's a minute and a half. So we know that the.
No, the intermediates are done. Now it's going to be novice.
Yeah, but it's a minute and a half round. So,
okay.
So it's going to be. I'm sure they're younger than 16.
Right.
I'm sure these guys are younger than 16.
All right, so there isn't. I thought they said there was going to be a little intermission, but I guess not.
After this bout.
After this bout.
All right, and we'll talk about Punk Life. Maybe some of our followers will come on and say something to us. You know, who do we got following us?
There's not many people tonight.
Right.
Because I don't know if they expect it.
I don't know if they were advertising in Connecticut over here. These kids should have told. These kids should have told their classmates that they were going to be on the Pug Life.
Share this link, by the way. Share, please share.
And as a reminder, we will have a short intermission after it.
And we don't know how short is short.
But we will be here.
We'll be here. So this is.
All right, so names?
Names. In the blue corner, we have Antonio Torres, and he is in the green.
And this is 119 pounds, by the way.
Right, a minute and a half. And Derek Rivera is in the red corner, and Derek is dressed in black and has the red gloves. And these guys look like they know how to box already, George.
Yeah.
This is good. This is a good feel-out process. So this is interesting. So Derek Rivera is kind of staying on the outside, and he wants to see if Antonio Torres is in Cami, you know, how close he's going to get and what kind of target is he going to leave open. Antonio Torres in the Cami, on the other hand, is being responsible as a boxer. He's coming in right to the distance of just outside the pocket. And that's what I look for to see how fighters come just outside of the pocket and how they're going to attack. Because once they're inside the pocket, as soon as they go inside the pocket, they're open for a punch too. So in other words, right now, you take a look at them, they're both out of punching range. Now they're on just the edge of punching range where they could hit the other guy with the step inside. And then they could also get hit back once they're inside. So the thing is to get in and out of punching range while you're hitting your opponent and not getting hit yourself.
And so Torres in the cami, Antonio Torres in the camouflage outfit, and you have Derek Rivera with the red gloves.
Right.
Just to remind you, 119 pounds.
And it looks like Derek Rivera is trying to learn the art of a check hook. Trying to check Tony Torres in at the door with a check left hook. He's trying to do it. I saw him do it a couple times, especially at the end of the round. So a check hook usually is when a person comes in on you and you check him at the door and keep spinning around that way to the other way. You know, I mean, you could check him at the door and stay there, but a good classic check hook is when you move your body to the left, hit to the left, and kind of do that bullfighter move.
Yes.
So
get out of the way.
Whoops. Except for the
little shuffle. Little shuffle out of the way.
Yeah, that's it. That's a nice check hook. So how's it learned? It's learned by doing this.
In the
going
ring.
into fights.
You got to
Just
go in
learn
the ring.
Right.
You got to go in the
right.
ring. You got to go.
And we're going to talk more about winning and losing later, George.
Yes.
But we'll wait for an intermission. That'll be our topic of our intermission: winning and losing. Okay.
Absolutely. All right, here we go. 119 pounds again. This is Antonio Torres with the blue gloves and the camouflage outfit.
Right.
And missing with a overhand left.
Right. Now Torres is doing something a little different now. And so is
Rivera.
right. So Torres, before he was coming into the pocket and then coming right back out. Now he's coming into the pocket and going further into the pocket and trying to make it an inside fight. And Derek Rivera is just grabbing when Torres comes in on the inside.
And Torres right there was punching from the outside, trying to keep. Derek Rivera was punching from the outside, trying to keep Torres out.
Right.
And these
look,
guys are tangled
and
up.
They're tangled like bulls. And Derek Rivera's throwing a nice 1-2-3, left, right, hook, left hook. And then if he misses with the hook, he turns it into a headlock. So it's a hook or a headlock that Derek Rivera is throwing. Each of them coming pretty handy in a fight. I've thrown a couple of hook headlocks in my day, George. Right. And Torres is not having success. He was in the beginning of the round. Torres was trying to make it an inside fight, and he's not successfully turning this into an inside fight. So, and it's because he's getting hit on his way in, and then when he gets in, he's getting grabbed.
Right.
So it was an interesting strategy, you know. But the fact of the matter is, I think we got turned around, George.
No, it's all right. We're still here. We're still here. Yeah, we're here.
We're here. Okay.
We're here.
I thought we got turned around. I was going to start broadcasting over there. Okay. All right. Good thing we don't have to run to the camera.
Yes.
But anyway, so as you change your strategy in boxing, so does your opponent, right? So now Torres was kind of coming in and out of the pocket, just out of the range.
Right.
This time he decided to come all the way in.
Right.
Try to make it an inside game, and what he got was Derek Rivera headlocking him
and holding him.
Yep. And some time is going on. What's going on?
Oh, the trunks are a little high.
Right. They pushed the trunks into his cup.
Yeah, but then the cup is low, so he just pushed the trunks right back up.
Right. So this is a cup issue. And
cup conundrum.
Yeah, it's the conundrum. How are you going to set those shorts right? That's a conundrum, George.
It is a conundrum.
It absolutely
is. And
is.
he pulls him back up.
And he pulls back up. And the ref probably won't be happy, but you know what? These cups are probably for bigger people. Okay. So look at Derek Rivera. Derek Rivera is showing an overhand right. And Derek Rivera wants to stay on the outside, even putting himself on the ropes and trying to catch
Torres coming in, yeah.
Torres coming in.
Like he did there.
Right.
And again.
And he's very happy doing this. He's very mobile, and he knows how to grab when Torres gets in. So now Torres is just going in. Well, Torres scored there, but Torres is almost going in blind. You know, just
rushing
in.
And a little warning for Rivera for holding. But you can see why. I mean, you know.
Because he's a grappler.
Yeah.
There he goes.
And there he goes, yeah. A little headlock.
That is the Derek Rivera headlock.
And the referee gave him a last warning.
Right. Let's see if that stops him. Well, he pulled his headlock back that time.
And he's holding now.
Right. Yeah, Derek Rivera wants nothing to do with that inside game. And Torres is trying to push it. Look at Torres. Look at him. Derek Rivera was holding on to him as to not even
and leaning against the ropes, yeah.
And there's that Derek Rivera headlock again. And Torres is trying to bring this home. And he threw in a little uppercut there at the end.
And that was the third and final round. And
And they give each other
I
a
saw
plug hug.
I saw Derek Rivera winning this.
Yes, I do too. Derek Rivera gives us a little pug.
Pug salute.
Salute.
Little pug
We got a
salute.
pug salute. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I like that.
I like that too. Derek Rivera is definitely a headlocker. He is a boxing grappler type of guy, but it's also strategy, you know. And in the pros, it's much more of a strategy than
Right.
the amateurs.
Right.
Pros, a lot of them. When Sugar Shane Mosley beat, who's the guy that they had cheating?
The Spanish guy
Yeah.
with the cast on his fist.
Right. Who?
Margarito.
Margarito.
Antonio Margarito, right?
Sugar Shane, when Sugar Shane beat him, he threw a couple of punches and grabbed him. Had the ref break it. Threw a couple punches, and you called it. You called it.
Yeah.
You know, so does it matter? Yeah, it matters. It matters. Sometimes you gotta know these tactics, and what's good for you is if you have somebody employ those tactics on you, because that's how you learn.
And we're going to try to see if we can get Kareem
Right.
Blue to come and join us here
Right.
and tell us a little bit about his gym.
And let's find out if he's
on this
really
intermediate
blue.
break. Oh, yeah.
Let's
that's
find
right.
out if he's really blue.
I don't think he's blue. I think he's very happy that this tournament is going
What's
on.
a happy color, George?
And
What's
he's
a
happy
color?
that Pug Life Chronicles is here in his gym showcasing out here in Waterbury, Connecticut.
Right.
Just wanted to say that it's been
Let's take it up to the ring for a quick.
in the city of Waterbury. And
Waterbury.
I really want to thank you from USA Boxing for coming out and really coming out in force. So you guys should give yourselves a big round of applause, Waterbury. We hope to come back soon and play more fights from USA Boxing. So thank you so much for supporting the kids in the program.
Yeah, get the guy here. We'll interview him. Blue, that guy Blue. All right.
At this point, I'd like to thank all of our
Are we going off or we coming back on?
Ray Bouchard, Custom
Okay.
Building,
Mike, grab a seat.
Premier Auto Wholesalers, C&M Computers, Father's Eye Films, Dermesthetics, Patty's Place,
All right.
and Atelier d'Architects.
Okay. All right. I got with me Mike Williams, somebody I've known since I'm a teenager. And Mike, you've been involved in amateur boxing for a long, long time. You and your wife Yvonne with USA Boxing. All right. I guess they're gonna make these crazy announcements. All right. So, are we gonna be stuck with these? Listening to these announcements? No. Good. All right. Is he up? All right, you on, Mike?
I
Let
think
me
I'm
hear
on
you.
now.
You're on.
Yes.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, so let's talk about the sport of boxing, right? Let's talk about, you know, people are trying to be equal all over the country. That's the movement. You know, everybody's equal, right?
Correct. Yes, everybody's
In
equal.
boxing, and then in the schools, they give like up to like something like 9th place for trophies for like
Wow.
being, you know, like, you know,
Participation.
hey,
Participation.
like yeah, the participation trophy, the participation. Let's call it what it is, the participation trophy.
Correct.
Right?
Right.
In boxing, you don't get the participation trophy, right?
Oh, no,
You
no,
either
no.
won or you lost.
Winner or losers.
You win it or you lose it.
That's right.
Right? That's how it is. And you know what? You need to know sometimes that you lost.
Oh, yeah.
All
If,
right.
if you go to a tournament, they actually have a losers bracket.
Right.
You know you lost, and you fight out of that pool.
That's sometimes you fight other losers.
Yes, you fight the losers to
Right.
get back to the winners.
Right. Because in boxing, there's only one winner, right?
That's correct.
Unless you go to pro boxing and they're trying to make another fight, like Canelo, Triple G. Triple G beat Canelo.
Yes, he beat him.
I mean, but you know what? It's a money game.
Oh, yeah.
It's money.
It's about what the people want to see.
Right. And if they want to see that rematch, they like it. And
they wanted to see it, but too bad it fell through.
yeah. That Mexican meat, right?
It was a little spicy.
It's just spices. I don't understand what's the big deal about having a little, you know, spice in your meat. What's the problem with that?
I guess it had a little too much spice.
Right.
You know?
So now, and Cinco de Mayo, they have Triple G who fights like a Mexican. So
Right.
versus Vanararis, what's his name? Varanis.
I don't even know
Yeah.
the guy he's fighting.
Right. Well, either way, he's definitely European. So on Cinco de Mayo, they have Triple G versus Venaris. But
the Mexican people love him.
yeah, you know
I
what?
think they love him more than Canelo.
That I'm not gonna say. That I'm not gonna say.
I
You
don't
know what? It was probably some fans that gave him that meat, gave him a little extra spice. You know, rooting for him. You know, if there are fans out there who want to give me, you know, a little extra spice, hey, I can use it right before my broadcast. I can use a little extra spice.
A little extra spice can't hurt.
Yeah, they gave me some cheeseburger here. It kind of brought me down. I was hoping that they give me something with a little extra spice.
Well, I thought that wrap had a little spice on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The wrap had a little spice.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a little I got a little pro and cons. They didn't want to expose me to it. They put it in a ring announcer. He's been jumping around. The ring announcer's walking around with the suit and sneakers.
He had too
over
much
here.
spice. Too much spice.
He had too much spice. He just threw away his shoes, put on some sneakers, and he's running around the ring announcing in sneakers. All right,
Oh.
but let's go back. Let's go back to the whole American theme and American thinking, right? You got to understand, there's winners and there's losers, all right? And losing doesn't mean you lost in life. Losing means that you lost this fight. So if you lost a fight, you should lose, and you should acknowledge your loss and pick up from where you left off.
Back
all right?
to the drawing board.
Right.
You know?
If you got hit with too many right hands, well, maybe you should move to your right. Right.
Oh, yes.
Right.
I mean, when you lose, you learn.
Right.
Sometimes.
If you couldn't get inside, well, then you're gonna have to learn some better inside moves.
Yeah, gotta get some footwork.
Get some footwork, or improve your outside game.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You got to do different things. If people are not respecting your power, then hit the bag harder and work on that.
Oh,
You know?
boxing is one of those games where a loss could help you more than wins.
Right.
Tremendously.
A loss can help you more than wins, but you have to acknowledge your loss. You
Oh,
have to
yes.
acknowledge your shortcomings.
That's
and
correct.
even if you blame it on the judges, right?
Oh, yeah, you can blame
You
it
know,
on the world, but
you-
the fighter knows the truth. At
Right.
the end of the day, when he goes home, he knows the truth.
So here's the truth. Even if you didn't get the decision the way you wanted to, it's still incumbent on you to go and get better so that the judges can't take it from you.
Definitely. Well said, Dave. That's
All
well
right.
said.
Speaking of spice, you look a little sweaty there, Mike.
They have me working over their cameras,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Listen, if we give you a little spice and you can't handle
Oh,
it,
my God.
let us know. A little. we had to put a little jalapeno in that
That
in that
cheeseburger.
salsa.
No, I had that cheeseburger. It was tasty.
I like the cheeseburger with jalapenos. That's what I thought you would like it too. I'm sorry, you're sweating, you're melting. You know, I'm sorry about it.
It's all right. It's all
All
right.
right.
They got a
All
nice
right.
little setup
So,
here, huh?
do you find out what the discrepancy was? Was it a thing of experience in that one of those fights?
Oh, I don't know what happened
That
there.
was-
I just think it was mismatched. somewhere.
Alan, I don't know what was the cause? A mismatch in the form of experience.
Yeah, outclassed.
Not in weight.
No,
Not in
no.
age. Just in experience.
Well,
One was outclassed.
that's what
Right.
happens here in the amateurs, especially
Right.
with these small weight classes. You know,
Okay.
sometimes you fight a guy who maybe has 6 or 7 fights and you only have 2.
Right.
It doesn't sound like much, but in amateur boxing, that could be a whole year to get those
Or,
fights.
or even two. Even two. Yeah.
Or even 2. You know,
Mike, you're actually just melting away on me.
I'm
here.
sweating to death today. All right, let me go back to the camera here.
All right, get
Yo, it
back
was
to
a
your
pleasure.
camera. That's
Ticket.com. It's the easiest way to create, sell, and buy tickets.
Mr. Blue, not Mr. Gray.
All right, so we got Kareem Blue coming in a second. Kareem is the one running this whole tournament. Actually, it's not a tournament today. It's just it's just tonight. They're having a fight tonight. So he's coming over, but he's wrapping gloves. He's cutting sandwiches. He's selling sodas. I mean, this guy's doing everything
Right.
out here in Waterbury, Connecticut.
Right. He is.
And he's got a lot of spice, in the food that he had, because he's doing everything, Dave. I mean, this guy's everywhere.
I think he put a little bit of his blue spice special in there, and Mike's hamburger there. You know, just because he went a little hamburger, a little cheeseburger with jalapeno.
Yeah.
Mike lost it, man. He lost it. He started melting. on
Sweating,
me.
he's got sweat on my headpiece here,
Oh,
on my earphones.
My goodness.
Horrible.
Terrible.
Horrible.
Listen, parents out there, if you want your kids to grow up with some culture, Start giving them spices from them when they're young, all right? Because they get older, they can't handle it, you know?
Well, just another thing.
You want to get different culture.
We are transmitting today from Waterbury, Connecticut, out here in Connecticut. This is the PAL, the Police Activity League, and I'm being handed something here. Ref recommended talking to I'm sorry, who's this? Oh, to talking to a future boxer. This kid's 33-0. 33-0, right? 33-3? 33-3, and he got a walkover tonight. So we're going to try to get him to come out here and
the future of boxing.
Future 33-3, and
we might let him show him some moves.